this is a video requested by someone. So this is about context. Another word for context I'd use is like daily bias or just bias, because I don't just like short and long off at any level. So we're gonna go over my context and what I go off, like how I know if I'm short biased or long bias. First of all, I haven't gone over this, I don't think. 30-minute value migration. Okay, I'm gonna go over that later. All right, that's the first one. I go over AMT, so like auction market theory. So what that is like where we are in the balance and where we are in the balance, and are we breaking out of it or are we accepting into a new balance? Like, what are we doing? Okay. Lastly, where are we most recently delivering from? Because high time frame could be bearish, AMT could be showing us bearish, right? But if we're delivering like we just swept at a high, then we could switch our bias just because of that. Okay. Okay, so first off, how I start with bias. Overnight, we'll go over today and then yesterday. Those pretty solid examples. Oh yeah, and with AMT, more specifically, it's overnight inventory. Okay. So overnight inventory. So for today, you could say overnight inventory is bullish, right? And value migration. So what value migration is, it's more simply just uptrend or downtrend, 30-minute uptrend or downtrend. Pre-market, 30-minute, we're uptrending, okay? So I'd mark on my level from 6 p.m. to, this is for, so first off, 30-minute trend, where are we? We're uptrending, okay. It's one confluence that we're bullish. AMT now. So we're going to go over our overnight levels. I usually do it from like 9. I usually mark it out at like 9:15, and then I keep it running too. So extend right, so the level grows as you go. So you can see the new forming PLC and stuff, and the forming volume high, volume low. So yeah, so you would have the little level there, extreme here, and then I'd put a extreme here. Okay, that's yeah, here too. Okay, so these would be your overnight levels. You obviously want to mark out your weekly levels as well, where we are in the weekly. After you do your overnight levels, so you have the 30-minute bias, and it goes with the overnight levels. All right, so you should be bullish now, right? Next question, where in the balance are we going? So on the weekly time frame today, we were inside the weekly balance. We were rejecting off the weekly val high. And where are we most recently delivering from? So for today, we were bullish. High time frame we're bullish up until market open. This red line right, so this is our weekly volume high POC. This is no, my bad, this is overnight. This red line right here is our weekly volume high. Okay, so you see pre-market, we're bullish. We have this overnight level here. So for me to switch to shorts, I'd want to see price action reject off this level, or even catch a break and retest of this level. Okay, también this level too. Take it to the weekly PLC because we're accepting back into the weekly range. I didn't take any trades today. If I did, it would have been a break and retest of this because we're accepting back into the weekly balance. This is a weekly extreme, this purple level. Back in a weekly balance, would have taken it to the next. Could even taken it to weekly PLC. Okay. And then let's go over yesterday's example. Also important, you mark out your highs and lows. I'm just trying to make this quick. Mark out your highs and lows, overnight highs and lows, high time frame highs and lows. Monday. All right. So from 6 p.m. overnight, take that bit to 9:15. So you just look at it. What's overnight doing? Overnight's bullish. Okay. Go out to the 30-minute. 30-minute overnight and pre-market is bullish. Okay. And we're also sitting above this weekly extreme. Okay. Okay. So initially my bias would be bullish because high time frame is bullish. We're sitting above the weekly extreme. So high key, I'd be wanting to be taking. I'm bullish, so I'd be wanting to be taking longs to the volume high. Okay, or to this high right here. I think this was all-time highs at the time. For me to change my bias though, I'd want to see price action break through this extreme and accept back into balance, and then catch a break and retest for me to switch short. So my context slash bias is always changing depending on where we're rejecting from and if we're accepting into balance, rejecting off balance. I literally caught this short here. Oh, I forgot to mark out my overnight levels, but for the sake of it, so we're bullish going into market open, but we break through. I'm like, okay, we're not for sure yet because I like trading pullbacks. You catch a nice pullback here. I'm not gonna show the flow because this is just like daily bias. I don't really need to show the flow. I caught this though. So initially I'm bullish. High time frame is bullish. So initially I want to catch a pullback here, longs to this high initially. But my bias slash context switch, if we accept back into the weekly balance, and then I took this down to, I took shorts here, and I took this down to like another overnight level I had here. So yeah, it's fairly simple. So that's what I use for context slash biased. So here it is right here again. 30-minute value migration. So VM, that's just another word for trend. What's the 30-minute? No mames. 30-minute trend, right? Overnight inventory, are we bullish, bearish? Mark out OVN high and low and midnight open. That's a good level. Oh, forgot to mention, absolute sauce right here. Robledo, pay attention, bro. Midnight open. If we're above or below it, literally that is our bias. Like that has been working for the past few months. Just for bias, if we're price is sitting above midnight open, we're bullish no matter what. Okay, if price is sitting below midnight open, we are bearish no matter what, bro. I swear you can back test this yourself. It freaking works, bro. Okay, so mark out overnight high, low, midnight open. Where in the balance are we? Where in the balance are we? Are we accepting or breaking out into new balance? Okay. And then where are we most delivering from? So we could be bullish, but then market open, we sweep out a high, or like pre-market, we sweep out a high right before market opens. That could mean that could be a confluence for your bias to switch, or we run through levels, your bias to switch now. So for me to switch bias, either we manipulate somewhere, and then I want to see levels get ran through, and then pull back to the level, and then the flow would show me if we are switching bias. Yeah, man, that's pretty simple. Yeah, this is all really it right here. Peace out, yo.